people, what's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football, and I'm back again with another video. And today's video is a special one, ladies and gentlemen. We got Liverpool versus Arsenal on the weekend on Sunday. Could it be a title decider? Let me know in the comment section what you think. Who's gonna get the top four in the Premier League? For once, Arsenal doesn't have to worry about it. We're gonna qualify for the Champions League this week potentially. You never know. So yeah, is it gonna be Newcastle? Is it gonna be Manchester United, or is it going to be Tottenham Football Club? Let me know who out of two out of those three who's gonna make it, and if somebody else can get in. And Arsenal versus Man City, we got Hamza representing Manchester City today in the house. Hamza, how you doing?
Let's go. Yeah, I'm doing well. Absolutely fantastic. Come on, Liverpool. Come on. We
got Jamie representing Liverpool with the Jordan Henderson book. How you doing, Jamie?
Yeah, all right. I'm riveted by this Jordan Henderson autobiography. It's just spellbinding. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
There you go. We got the wonderful Kendall in the house representing Newcastle. How you doing, Kendall?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Top four this year instead of bottom four. It's actually very nice for once.
I told you. I messaged you at the beginning of the year.
You did actually, yeah. I will say spot on for once, a gal, because you did say that, but I just was very like PTSD situation. I still am. I'm like, oh no, I'm worried still. But yeah, actually nice to not know what's going on in the bottom anymore. It's actually very lovely.
And
what a wonderful time.
A ball was even kicked, Kendall. This man went on the football terrace and challenged Terry and said Newcastle are getting top four. Big up, Qasim.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate that, man. It's light work for me, mate. It's easy work. And you
easy work. If you guys don't know, Qasim now calls himself the GOAT. He refers to himself as the GOAT. He's gotten too many predictions right this season, except for one. Chelsea shit.
I did actually predict it, bro, before the season started. Chelsea will not
You
finish
predicted that?
What? Chelsea not finishing top four? Yeah.
No, Chelsea being 11th.
No. I never saw that. I never saw that, bro. Never saw that coming. No.
Okay. People, anyways, big up everyone who's coming in right now. Smash that like button. I don't like telling you guys to smash that like button every 5-10 minutes. So you guys encourage yourselves and let us know what you guys think about everything going on. If you haven't already seen, Frank Lampard is the display picture today because the guy is back at Chelsea. What is he doing there? Even he doesn't know. But let me know. You guys think before we go any further, that Liverpool-Chelsea game, did any of you guys watch that? That was probably one of the worst games I've ever watched. I literally turned it off and I went to the mosque.
I did a watch along. So
oh my God.
Prayers to you.
Yeah, that was terrible. It's the worst game of football I've ever seen.
Worst game of football you ever seen? From both teams or was your team?
But, to be fair, every Liverpool game's been the worst game I've seen this season. So, yeah, Chelsea should have won 3-0 though. I mean, if they had a striker, they should have won 3-0. I mean, Havertz is terrible.
Okay. What about you, Kendall? What did you think of that game?
Oh yeah, it was just the biggest mid-off of the year. It was just literally mid-off. Like to be fair, Jamie, like the actual only time you could have been proud is, ironically, 2 of the games out of the 3 we've lost this season, which is to Liverpool. So, it is what it is at this stage. But yeah, it was just it was so mid. Like I was just like, I actually can't watch any more of this. Like I just can't even put myself through it. And you guys know I will watch Argentinian 3rd division, like under 18 football, like just because to watch some football. But yeah, that was hard viewing.
Okay, Hamza, what do you think of Chelsea versus Liverpool?
Yeah, it was poor, very poor. One of the most boring games we've had this season, no doubt about it. Like, I don't know, like both are so poor. Like Liverpool are poor, Chelsea are so bad, and it was just basically one of those games that just no one cared about. And it was so poor, man. Like the standards are so bad. Like Liverpool had Salah out, Van Dijk out, and it was bad, man. Beyond poor, man. You feel sorry for both teams, especially Liverpool. Like at least Chelsea, like they've got the squad and they just need to get the manager. Liverpool, my God.
Do they?
Where did they start?
I don't think Chelsea have the squad either. I think Chelsea's squad is a mess, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into Chelsea's squad. Before we go any further, Hamza, I seen your TikTok after the game. Were you that disgusted in the football that Were you that disgusted?
Well, one of the most boring games, like the Chelsea Liverpool.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, completely. Bro, it's a boring game, man. People, imagine one of the games of the season people look forward to, Chelsea Liverpool. Like, and both games have been bad. Both games, Anfield and Stamford Bridge, so poor. It reminded me when Benitez and Mourinho used to be manager and they used to draw each other in the Champions League. And both of them would just play for a 0-0 draw. It was that bad. It was that bad. And I'm sorry to say, but both teams are to blame. They're there for a reason. They're there because both owners are and their managers, like Klopp's at fault. Klopp is definitely at fault. The reason why they're going through this problem is nothing other than Klopp. Yeah, his stubbornness not to buy midfielder. We know he's got the power. People keep saying, "Oh, FSG are the ones that." No, but Klopp is so he's powerful like Pep. He can go to the owner and say, "Listen, if you want me this season, yeah, you either back me. I'm not humiliating my standards. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that." And to him, he's so stressed. Igor, have you seen him this season? He doesn't look happy. He looks like he's aged already by 10 years. He looks so stressed, and I feel sorry for it. But the people of Liverpool, I big them that they're so loyal and they're not criticizing him no matter what. They decided, no, we have to blame FSG. But it was Klopp that said in an interview, we don't need in midfielders. I'm happy with our midfield. Start the season. And this is the same guy. And so January comes in, he doesn't strengthen the midfield, and he still considers to play the same team. So, but people in Liverpool and Liverpool fans are just backing him up. They say, we're happy with the team. We're not going to cast Klopp. It's FSG's fault. You can't blame the owner, man.
1 second. We have a Liverpool fan here. Jamie, what do you got to say about that? No one's questioning.
I question Klopp constantly. Look, our owners are crap. Everyone knows how crap our owners are. In a way, actually, our owners
smiling right now.
Our owners ain't actually that bad. You look at Anfield, new training ground. When we're successful, the owners are part of that. We can't pretend they weren't. I think that's naive to think that the owners weren't part of our success. But at this moment in time, I think they have taken just Liverpool as far as they can as an ownership and just need to move on. And that's been. But there's news coming out just now, actually, from Alex Miller, who's very good in this financial world. He's like top tier for financial stuff, and he's just tweeted out that it looks like Liverpool are going to get investment in the summer. So if Liverpool are going to get big investment in the summer, Liverpool are going to have a big transfer summer. So,
Hamza, you need to be on a word count because you need to take breaths.
Jurgen Klopp is to blame for this season. There's no doubt about it. Jurgen Klopp's tactics. He's loyalty to older players that can't do it.
We're gonna come back to the Liverpool stuff. Let's go to Chelsea. Everybody here, did you see Mr. Fat Frank, aka Frank Lampard? I don't know why I'm calling him fat. The guy's a former professional athlete. He's probably in good shape. but when it comes to this, did you guys see this guy returning? Because I was shocked. I laughed, and I actually think it's not that bad getting Frank Lampard in, because who else would come in as an interim? For God's sakes, they had Bruno Salter as their manager. Who's that? The guy who used to be left back for Brighton. Guys, understand, I put this stat out after they played against Liverpool. Conte's last 3 managers he's played are his last 3 games. He played the last game against the last game for Tuchel. He played 1 game for Graham Potter, and he played 1 game for Bruno Salter. And now the next game on Sunday or Saturday, whenever you guys play, 4 games, 4 different managers for Conte this season. That's crazy.
Matt.
That's the most Chelsea stat you'll ever see in your life. But guys, talk to me. I'll start with Qasim. Are you upset about Frank Lampard coming back? How do you feel? What do you think your club's doing? Who do you blame for the situation? Is it on Potter or is it on Boehly? What are you saying? Talk to me.
It's Ramadan, bro, and I'm trying to behave, and but listen, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. Frank Lampard is Chelsea football manager for Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea is a joke. And I'm not buying this. Oh, it's only 11 games, but still in the Champions League. You like it or not, regardless, right? over the years when we had Roman, okay, if he's still in Champions League, he's going to go out there and get a big manager just to try to win the Champions League. You go what I'm saying? He's still in. Listen, I went to the football test. Go back. Is he last month? And I said it straight to Terry. He said, "Oh, but listen, bro. We're gonna get knocked out before we draw Real Madrid, right?" I said it. I said we're gonna get knocked out of the Champions League quarterfinal because we're just not good enough. We don't score goals. We don't have a good. The goalkeeper is not good enough. So I said it, right? Listen. If we even draw Benfica, I still believe we're gonna get knocked out. We're just not good enough. My point I'm trying to make is right. We're still in a Champions League quarterfinal. You need to go there and get a big manager. Frank Lampard, he just been sacked by Everton. He would sack him from bottom. That's how good enough he is. That is as ridiculous, bro. It's not about. It's another thing as well. I just want to highlight. I want to give it on to somebody else. All right. 11. Is he 10 games left? Right. Why you just 9 games? Right.
Yeah.
Is get a manager now. And treat it as like a pre-season. So give him that time. He get to know the club, the culture. You get to know the players. And when he comes to August, right, bang.
But the rumor is, Qasim, that no manager wants to come in mid-season with your remaining fixtures. They're worried that their reputation is going to be ruined before they even get started.
No, I'm not buying that, bro. I think Conte was available. And I think Luis Enrique was available. I'm not a big
Conte?
Yeah, bro. It's a vibe. It's all about Frank Lampard, and I think it's PR, mate. I'm not having it, bro. I cannot believe this guy could be sacked by Everton, and we'll have him in the Chelsea. I cannot believe it, bro. I feel sick. Yesterday, I was feeling physically sick. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
You know what, Fatur, if you want to jump on, I'll send you the link. Kendall, what do you think about the actual situation at Chelsea? Because I know you're not the biggest fan of Frank Lampard.
No, I think he's absolutely atrocious. He's just one of them Nepo coaches. Like, he just gets jobs based on who he is. He's never got a job based on merit ever, because his merit is not good. So he's never ever got a job based on merit. He obviously nearly got Everton relegated again. So I don't know how this guy keeps getting jobs. I know he was an extremely good football player. I know that. I know he's a Chelsea legend. Premier League legend. I understand all of that. And yesterday I had tweeted being like, I genuinely can't believe how many Chelsea fans are actually happy about this appointment, because it doesn't make any sense to me. And then a few people had commented, like a few Chelsea fans said, well, how would you feel if you knew your season was over in terms of the league, and you brought Alan Shearer in for 10 games? And I was like, well, we did that and we got relegated. So that went well. But I was like, I kind of do get it, because at this point it's just vibes and just to go with the flow. I kind of do get it, but it is the most Todd Boehly Chelsea appointment that has ever happened. Like, Lampard getting a job has turned into his own meme. Like, everyone was like, Lampard might be coming back. Then it was actually, oh no, Lampard is actually coming back. Like, it was genuinely so weird to me. I kind of get it, but at the same time, if it was my club, I'd be like, really? Like, because you kind of, for me, that appointment was saying, well, we know the league season's over, so what's the point? Like, we may as well just ignore that, just go into next year. But you can't, the Premier League's so ruthless, you can't think like that now, especially when you're a club like Chelsea, you've been successful. Like, you just can't think like that. So we'll see what he does in the Champions League. I don't know. You never know, he might win the Champions League and then he might get it full time again. You never know. That'll be another very Chelsea-esque thing to do, I think.
Yeah. Jamie, what are you saying about Chelsea before we go to Ches? By the way, big up Ches, bro. Welcome to the channel. I think it's your debut on the channel. You've never been on the channel, so big up to Ches in the house.
Yeah.
He is very, very. We were having a big argument today in the WhatsApp group chat, so we're gonna get into that in a bit. But Jamie, what do you got to say about Chelsea's situation right now?
It's a mad one. Isn't this Todd Boehly's third manager already?
Yeah.
That's just mad. And the money spent. I don't know what manager's going to come into Chelsea right now and actually be happy with all the players he's got and the contract lengths they're all on at the same time. I mean, a new manager's going to want to come in and see a future and want to play his way. What if he's got a certain way of playing that don't fit a lot of the big profile players that come into his football club that are on 8-year deals? You know what? He's going to have to just deal with it and use them. And then if he can't use them properly and he starts to get bad performances, he's going to get the sack. And another one comes in. And it's a bit. I know a lot of Chelsea fans are like happy because they were spending all this money left, right, and centre. I do think they bought some gems. I really do. But I think there's a lot of players there. I think they wasted a lot of money on. You got the Chernobyl Walcott in Mudryk. You know, he's just he don't look £100 million.
It's a bit early. To be fair, Jamie, it's a bit early for the guy. He's only 2021.
It is early to judge.
Yeah, but even when I saw him play before, it was like he's a decent player, but not for that money. And then he's only on like a 7 to 8 year deal or something. It's just madness. So if he has a good 3 years, he actually it goes massive for him. He's going to want to improve deal. How do you improve a deal when a man is on an 8 year deal? It's madness.
Yeah, but if you start cooking, Jamie, that means a lot of teams like Real Madrid will come for him. So you sell. Ultimately, it's a business, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a business.
New contract.
I was gonna get into this. Who's to blame for the situation Chelsea found them in? Anybody who blames Graham Potter for the situation Chelsea are currently in? Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I mostly blame the owner.
I blame Roman.
And we had this situation. We had this conversation, Ches, in the WhatsApp group chat. I blame Todd Boehly, and my reasoning for blaming Todd Boehly is Chelsea Football Club find themselves in the situation they're in today because the ownership change has led them to this situation where they've changed direction so many times. They didn't have a plan to begin with. They seem to say they have a plan now, but neither plans have shown to be successful yet. So he's the situation that's gotten you here, but yet we were having the argument where you're saying he's not to blame. Explain to me why.
So, big up everyone. Big up a gal. It's my first time. So, I'd love for the invite. Let's take it back. So, the reason why I'm pushing back on it's all Todd Boehly's fault is because prior to Todd Boehly coming in, our club was already on the decline. So, we were barely making top 4 for a few seasons. We were getting in the top 4. Sometimes we didn't. We were competing like somewhat, but not fully where we should be, considering how much money we spend. And I was already questioning Roman and like his method, and it might have needed a change. Funny enough, the change happens because of sanctions, because of the Ukraine situation. We'll go into that. And Todd Boehly comes in. He's obviously trying to make a statement. He has a fallout, and essentially loads of things happen, which now mean the club has gone from kind of declining but stable declines. It's not like in a mess to Todd Boehly's in a situation where Tuchel didn't get on with Tuchel. He's got a new club, a big club. The club's got loads of money. He's spending loads of money, and like it all come into one. And that's what you're seeing this season. So that's why I think, because you said, why are you positive? The reason why I'm positive is I can see what he's trying to do. He's made errors. So he's put footballing people in place to stop those errors in the future. And he's trying to see what he can do with the new footballing brains and the new method and the new, like, I'm not sure what the gentleman's name is from before, the Liverpool fan, right?
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie, you were saying Jamie. You were saying about the players you spent money on. So Todd Boehly was the one kind of signing off all the players last summer. So Sterling's, Koulibaly's, even for Fafana's future talent, he kind of went for the names. Whereas in January, those talents you saw get bought were for the future. Or they can come into the team now, but they're still future prospects, i.e., what's his name?
Do you want to know why I was pushing back so heavily?
Nkunku is going to be Chelsea's best player, and he's not there yet. But once he signs up, he could be the player they're missing.
Who's that, sorry? Who's that?
Is it Nkunku?
I personally think Nkunku is not a good fit with the team they currently have. I feel like Nkunku, they're going to have to find a way to fit him in. But this is my take on it. I feel like Todd Boehly is the problem, and I'll give you 3 straight criteria. What he did in the summer was an absolute mess. He maybe realized that, and now he's trying to address it in January, but it's a different approach again. I feel like sacking Tuchel was a mistake. Hiring Graham Potter was a mistake. Not sacking him soon enough. If you were going to sack him, you should have sacked him after the Southampton game, not waited till now, because it shows that you're flip-flopping on your opinions. And my final most important thing about this guy is he came in and he changed too many things too fast. Like, look at Newcastle. They came into Newcastle. Did they get rid of everybody right away, or did they take their time?
We didn't have anyone to get rid of. No, you don't understand. Like, we had 2 people running every single thing from like manager level up to board level, we only had 2 people, Mike Ashley and Lee Charney. We've never had a sporting director. We've never had a chief executive officer. We've never had a first team analyst. We've never had a performance coach. We've never had set piece. We've never had nothing. You don't literally. Mike Ashley's Newcastle was at the bare bones of everything,
No,
and that's
this
why
guy
everyone got.
He literally sacked a rehab person in a Zoom call because they were late. Hamza, you're with me on this. Todd Boehly is the problem. Don't you agree?
He's bad, man. I think Todd Boehly, he came to this when you could tell that Todd Boehly's a poor owner. Is the fact that he came into the club and he said, my responsibility is to negotiate on deals. I've never had an owner who takes over a club and says, I'm responsible for going to negotiate on all deals. Majority of Chelsea fans, I saw that as a red flag already. Because my owners came to the club. And my owners came to the club and they said, we don't know anything much about football, but our job is to put things in place for the best people in football to manage this as the best structure in football in the world. And I could tell that. So what did they do? They got the guys at Barcelona, Soriano, Biggestad, and all these guys to run the football club. And they've created this good structure. Todd Boehly was going to meet people. They were waiting for Rafinha for 2 weeks. Rafinha, 2 weeks. Yeah, Rafinha made Chelsea wait for 2 weeks. Just deep that. Yeah, they didn't have a plan B. They went for Cucurella when Man City were going for Cucurella. They went for Mudryk when they were not involved for Mudryk deal. They were just looking for deals left, right, and center. They're signing Chukwuemeka because he's a youngster upcoming. Let's sign him. Andre Santos, Brazil. They don't have a structure. You can tell. There's no structure there.
Hamza, just 1 second, Hamza. Let me take it from there, bro. Listen, summertime, I highlighted that and when Todd Boehly took over. And egal, bro. No brainer there. Todd Boehly, actually, we in the mess because Todd Boehly. Summertime, he was hijacking FC. He gone for Rafinha. And Rafinha actually rejected us. Leeds United, bro. Just, and after that, went to Richarlison, Tottenham, hijacking. He went to Tottenham. Gillette, hijacking. He went to Bayern Munich. It was embarrassing. But listen, let me highlight that. Tuchel had part to play. Because we've been told.
Had a part to play.
100%.
Of course he did.
100%.
Yeah.
Wait. So who do you blame more? Who do you blame more? Thomas Tuchel and Graham Potter for the situation you find yourself in right now, or the owner?
Here's the thing. He takes responsibility because he employs them, right?
Yeah.
We can all acknowledge that. So it's his fault because they were under his tenure. But the thing is, we can't discount how much of an issue Graham Potter. Egal, we've won 6 games this year. Todd Boehly's got put the tools in front of him, and you can't say, he's bought too many players. Have you seen the games? It's not like we shouldn't have won these games. We deserve to win one of these games. It's poor management.
This is where I bring it back to Boehly. If Boehly didn't give him a 5-year contract, Jamie, get in here.
That's the main thing.
If he didn't give him a 5-year contract.
The problem I have with Todd Boehly, it's not even what he's done, because I think he's new to football management. He's not obviously new to ownership, football ownership, sorry. He's not new to ownership in general and sports ownership because he does own other sports teams. But he's new to football ownership, especially in the Premier League. It's very different to across the world. So you're going to make mistakes along the way. Where I'm just very lucky that my owners have not yet made a mistake. I'm pretty sure that they will somewhere along the line, but at the moment we're just very lucky that we haven't, because we've kind of gone Man City's way and said we're just going to get people in to do things. We're not going to do things ourselves. Yeah. The thing I have with Todd Boehly is that he very much said, and he shouldn't have done it, when he got Graham Potter in as manager, he was like, this is long-term project. And that was the first mistake he made, because that then led to complacency across the board, because everyone just was like, he's just going to be here for the long term anyway. The fans weren't happy because they were like, well, he said he's going to give this guy long term and we're not winning. If you have put your faith in someone to do something long term, you've got to have at least some percentage of short term success to make that long term tenure worthwhile. Because if you don't get short term success in the short term, what are you going to do in the long term? Nothing. You've got to have something of note to make it worthwhile that you're there long term. So that was the biggest mistake Todd Boehly made for me.
And this comment right here, I just want to read it to you,
Yeah,
Ches.
go on.
Todd Boehly didn't sack Potter sooner when it was getting bad with the fan base. He could have sacked him sooner.
Yeah, but that's egal. 1 second. Let me just.
We're gonna go back to Ches. 1 second.
Yeah. So on
Let Ches
Kendall's.
finish and then we'll come to you. Qasim.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's calm, bro. So Kendall, on your point though, with Newcastle, your situation is different. Firstly, because your expectation level wasn't as high as ours when the owners came in.
100%.
So it's a little. I hear what you're trying to say, but it's a little bit different. And also, to your second point, it's damned if you, damned if you don't. If he had sacked him sooner, what's everyone going to say? Oh, it's too reactionary. He said long term, and he's not trying to see it out. There's a few bad results. Why are you sacking him now? He sacks him later, and everyone's like, "Oh, you took too long to sack him."
It is a lose-lose.
Yeah. So and also, guy, one sec. Also, he's right, Kendall, about long term. He's not lying when he says that. He's not just trying to appease the fans because he appointed Graham Potter, who's got no managerial experience at a top club, and gave him a 5-year contract. So he's shown he wants to give long term. But you can't look past the fact of Graham Potter he trusted in, which is a mistake, Agal. I agree, that's a mistake. And he tried to give him time. It's not like he like didn't give him money and was coming out and undermining him in the public. He gave him time. He just wasn't good enough. So don't be surprised if we bring in Nagelsmann, for example. At the beginning, you got to get rid of the players, a bit tense, and then it turn around the results. Better.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go to you, Hamza and Jamie and Qasim in a second. I just want to say big up the super chat here, my guy, Joshua. How is that? Mesas? How do you pronounce that? Mesas?
Masese.
Masese. Big up Masese in the building, man. Big up. But yo, I just want to ask everybody, if everyone had to say, is Graham Potter the problem? Or is Todd Boehly the problem? At the end of the day, we can all agree Todd Boehly was the problem. But if they are fixed now, if the new regime that they brought in January can make things better going forward, the story has not been written yet. We don't know. That's why I brought Ches on, because Ches was adamant that things are on the up, and I still don't see that. Does anybody else agree with me that they don't see the improvements yet? Because I don't see any improvements yet.
I think, I was going to say quickly, Kendall said, they make mistakes. When you're running a multi-billion pound, that was a joke. Like, are you really serious? One thing that we know when you're getting employed, you look at someone's CV, basic, yeah? I called him, that's a David Moyes signing. Chelsea fans attacked me. I said, you gave a guy nothing he's achieved. And I said the one thing about Graham Potter. Think about yourself as Mason Mount or these players, Kai Havertz. You've won the Champions League. What's Graham Potter won?
Nothing.
What's he achieved as a player or manager?
He won the league with Osasuna.
That's what I'm saying. No, what was he done? Was he won?
He won the league in Austria, I think, or with Osasuna.
Come on, my God.
Osasuna is gone. Was it not Ostersund?
Ostersund. Where is that? Sweden.
You really think that Kai Havertz will say,
no way, I think it is.
Because you won the league with
Somewhere.
But Hamza, I feel bad for Graham Potter.
You must
I feel like he was in a situation. You know how we just said Todd Boehly was in a lose-lose situation? I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Graham Potter. They put him in a situation where he was the sacrificial lamb, and then they sacked him after everything went to shit.
You shouldn't feel sorry for him. He's taking a lot of money. He's got sacked 5 years. He doesn't need to work for 5 years. He's already got it. Why am I feeling sorry for the guy? He's already smiling. That's why he told them to sign a 5-year contract. He told them to sign a 5-year contract because he said to them, you're going to sack me next week. We know Chelsea what they do. Sign a 5-year contract. Look what I'm doing at Brighton. I will get this. Yeah, he saw them a dream. Yeah, Chelsea will only do well if they get a manager, and this is one manager. I don't believe Nagelsmann. I don't believe Nagelsmann is a guy. I'm not scared of Nagelsmann because anyone can win it by Munich. Anyone. Niko Kovac won the league with Bayern Munich. Yeah, anyone can win the league in Bayern Munich. Luis Enrique comes from the heritage. He had to have those high levels of standard, those good structure. He had to work with good players. He's worked international level with a poor Spain team. and he assembled them to play well. He will come in, for him to sign that paper, he'll put Chelsea in a predicament. He'll tell them, Todd Boehly, you need to, I do the signing, I initiate the signing, I tell you who goes, and you give me this, the 4 or 5 year contract, and you give me the power that I want people in place. Even when he went to Roma, he took a guy called Ivan De La Peña to that. He told them, you have to bring my guys at the top level because I have to work with them. Todd Boehly, they will get Nagelsmann. He's a 33-year-old guy sacked from Bayern Munich. Man, he ain't going to get a better job than the Premier League at Chelsea. Chelsea will get Nagelsmann. Luis Enrique, if they get Luis Enrique, business has started.
I'll take Nagelsmann over Enrique every day of the week.
Yeah,
Enrique's
I
the most
take Nagelsmann
overrated
over
manager, man.
I just
Why Luis Enrique? Why Nagelsmann over Enrique?
I think Nagelsmann is a more scarier signing. He's a
No, he's
35-year-old
not.
wonder manager. You know how there's
See,
wonder
this is the
kids?
problem.
He's a wonder manager.
You got to
Wonder
look
Man,
what.
who was
You
he
got to
at
look what.
Leipzig?
You got to look
He
what
has
he
a
did.
CV,
Hamza, you know he was at Leipzig, right? He's the reason why Leipzig
Yeah.
where they are.
Yeah, it was quality at Leipzig.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
but
he was
this
at
is the problem.
what's the team he was at before Leipzig?
Hoffenheim.
Hoffenheim.
But
He
who
got-
cares?
He put them on the map.
Yeah, but this is the problem. See, that's the problem with Brighton. That's exactly the thinking you had about Graham Potter.
No, it's
Look what he
different.
did to Brighton.
It's
I
different.
don't care about that. Listen, I'm
Hey,
talking about
you
my Man
can't
City
do
fan.
that. You can't.
No,
You
listen.
can't compare
No,
Mulder
I'm telling you,
to
as
Leipzig.
a City fan, who would I take? I need to see your CV. Show me your CV. Have you worked with
Neither
great
of them, though.
players?
I won't take
Have
neither of
you
them,
found
Hamza.
the-
Hamza,
Have you worked under great structure?
bro,
Kaz, would you
Under
take
take neither
pressure?
of them. No, wait.
Under pressure.
Take
Take
Poch.
Let
No,
Qasim
no,
give you his shout. Qasim, who you want?
All right. First of all, let me address something, right? Look, I think Candle is mentioned earlier on. The difference between Chelsea and Newcastle this year, Newcastle had a new owner, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and we had a new owner. They didn't get involved, like Man City owner, right? First thing Newcastle did right, they hired the sporting director from Brighton. Is it Dan Ashworth?
Dan
Correct?
Ashworth, yeah.
That is the right step, and he's a very, very good sporting director, by the way, as well. He did a very good job with Brighton, right? That is a first step, right? You have to hire the experts in the position in order for you to success. Look at Manchester City. Sheikh Mansour doesn't get involved. Look at the sporting director, manager, and that's why they're in the right direction. We don't do that. We got owner decided to be a sporting director. You go negotiate, and that's why it's all gone wrong, bro. That's you know what I mean. That's why I want to say. Listen, Todd Boehly is the issue. If someone tell you otherwise, bro, you need to really honestly sort it out. That's point number one.
So guys,
Number two, I don't.
we spent a lot of time on Chelsea. Qasim,
Let me talk about the manager now. I'm coming about the manager now. Right.
Okay.
Listen, bro. There's a tough one. You know, no Frank Lampard, my guy. No Frank Lampard. No Frank Lampard. I don't know. Okay, never mind. No Frank
do you have
Lampard.
any hope for the for Sunday or Saturday?
Wolves.
No, I think we're gonna lose.
Ches, what about you?
No.
Boy, I hope.
We
I damn hope.
don't have
I
a
say
great
it's a
record against
0-0.
Wolves, though.
I can't
I
see
say
us
Wolves
winning.
is a
I'm not gonna
0-0.
lie.
I don't.
Score
I think
predictions, guys.
Brendan Rodgers.
Are we at home or away? I don't even know.
They're away.
You're at home.
You're away.
You're away.
You're away at Wolves.
By
We're
the way, this is the same fixture Thomas Tuchel had for his first game at Chelsea last
Yeah,
year,
we're doing it now.
2 years ago.
I'm
They
Junior
won.
no
It
at
was
home. I
0-0.
remember that game.
We're bridge,
Oh,
yeah.
If Frank
I say
Lampard
1-1.
if Frank
1-1.
Lampard starts playing Mendy again, I will cry. That would
Oh,
be
that'd be a
hilarious.
violation, bro. That'd be a violation. Drop Kepa like that. I was gonna
Kepa
say,
has been amazing.
nah, he's
Amazing.
Kepa
I
has
wasn't
been
amazing.
amazing.
Nah.
Kepa's been one of the best goalkeepers outside of like the top goalkeepers. He's been really decent.
Gal, stop, bro. Stop. Don't say.
How
Don't do that.
Chelsea
Don't do that.
shit, but how many clean sheets does Kepa have? Kepa
Defense-
has
our
been
defense-
amazing.
Agal, our defense isn't the issue, it's our attack. So that's why we
Yeah,
got a lot of clean
Kepa
sheets.
has done amazing.
Anyway, score prediction. I want to
I
go 1-0
think
Chelsea.
outside of the teams that are like at the top of the league, Kepa's been one of the shouts for like
Gal,
Chelsea's best
stop,
player.
bro. Don't do that. Just don't do that.
Agal, are you pulling my hair? Are you taking
Bro,
a pic?
the guy, you guys have 10 clean sheets this season. How many of those Kepa started?
Yeah, but we got decent defenders. That's
9
why.
of them Kepa started.
Nah,
I'm not starting Kepa, bro. I'm not going
Bro,
there. I'm not going there.
Kepa has,
I say no.
Kepa has
Quick point.
the
If you see
6th
the goals
most
he
clean sheets in the
concedes,
league.
if you see the goals he concedes, it's like he should have saved it. So it's like he could do better. I don't think he's been like top 5. Like he could actually be better than what you think he is.
Who's top? Nick Pope.
Yeah, I think Newcastle. I think Newcastle
Yeah,
and
Nick Pope-
got
Nick
13
Pope-
clean
and
sheets.
Arsenal. Maybe
Nick Pope is
Arsenal.
doing good, yeah.
Newcastle.
Ramsdale. How much Ramsdale got?
Ramsdale and Ramsdale and De Gea are tied with 12.
12.
Oh, it's only 2 more than Kepa. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me make a statement, Igal, right? I think Kepa and Pickford, the worst goalkeepers I ever seen. What about that for a statement, bro? What about that for a statement, bro? Pickford and
the
Kepa,
crazy thing
the
is, though?
two worst goalkeeper I ever seen.
You know what the crazy thing is, though? Kepa and Nick Pope are 17th and 16th, respectfully, when it comes to most saves in the league. You guys don't face a lot of shots.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's because we've got the best defense in the league, though. That's why at the minute.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Our defense is actually quite good now.
Yeah,
So
your defense
Newcastle
is not that
defense,
bad.
we got, like,
You know what's
yeah, they
crazy? Nottingham Forest only faced 55 shots this season. They're like 18th.
Yeah, they've got Keylor Navas in goal, who's a very good goal, like a very, very, very good goalkeeper. I still don't know how they managed to cop that, but
he's there for a paycheck, and he's there for a paycheck.
Yeah, you have to be, don't you?
But you know who the best 2 teams are at not conceding a lot of shots? Man City and Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton's defense has been pretty good for a long time. I've always been shocked that Lewis Dunk's never had an England call up yet.
I think it's more. I think
he's a good defender.
I think it's more that they keep the ball more than anything. I think it's the possession they keep. So, you know, the longer you have the ball, the less shots you get to take, I suppose. And I think that's what it is. For me, Brighton are arguably the best football playing team in England. So, you know,
all right, so guys, we're gonna have to move on to the actual best team in England right now before we go to Arsenal, Liverpool.
I'm going to go about Newcastle now.
Let's talk
Jamie
about.
Jamie knows the score.
I'm just gonna say, Hamza, you there? Hamza's not there.
No.
Ches, what's your score prediction? I'm going 0-0, by the way.
0-0. I've got to be positive. Frank Lampard at the wheel. 1-0 Chelsea. Go for
Okay,
Chelsea.
what are you saying, Qasim? Frank Lampard at the wheel.
Wrong, bro. It's wrong. Absolutely wrong. It's ridiculous.
Have some shade. Have some hope.
Bro, I think Wolves are going to win. I really do.
Okay. Everyone, let's move on. Since there's no real Manchester United representative here today, let's just quickly talk about Manchester United Everton. I think Man United just win, routine win. What do you guys say?
Yeah,
3-1.
easy win. United.
No, nah. 2-1 Everton.
2-1.
Come on, the Scouse Mackums.
And that
It's the only time I'll ever back Everton in my life. Like, like literally the only time I'll ever back Everton. And yeah, Daishi's got something for me. I know he has. So yeah,
They haven't got Decore. Decore was sent off against Tottenham, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, because it's for his little Harry Kane situation.
You know what? I was gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for Jay to talk about the top 4. So we're just gonna throw in some of these predictions quickly. Kendall, what are you saying? Brentford, Newcastle. I think this is a draw. You know, I think it's a high.
Oh no, man,
draw.
we hammered them earlier in the season, 5-1 or 4-1.
No, but Brentford away is tough.
We'll be fine. We've got a pretty good record there, I think.
I'm gonna see how Newcastle do that on Kendall.
I think this
I'll
is a
play
high
them
scoring
last game of the season. So if you do well, I'm gonna beat them as well.
Good.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Fair enough. By then, you would have already lost the league. And then, guys, what are we saying? Tottenham, Brighton.
I'd have got my guard on Brentford.
What are we saying? Tottenham, Brighton. I think Tottenham gets slapped by Brighton.
Brighton 2-0.
Tottenham.
A lot of people have gone to Tottenham's ground this year and baptized them.
Tottenham win.
I think maybe a 1-1.
Yeah, I think
Scalini's an inside man, you know. Tottenham fans are upset. They're doing literally inside man references, movie posters behind them when they're doing TikTok saying this is Scalini. They're going crazy right now, Tottenham fans. They
What
want
are
to
they
blow
doing?
up everything. I seen a video where the guy, I seen a video today where the guy said, sell Harry Kane, sell Son, sell Højbjerg, sell, what do you call it? Everyone but Kulusevski. Get rid of every single one of them and bring in a
Okay,
whole new 11. We need, you know what he said to, you know what he said in the video? We need to raid Southampton. Everybody from Southampton, bring them to Tottenham.
Wow.
He said, bring me Latvia. He said, bring me their center half. He said,
Latvia
bring
is a
me
good player.
Walker Peters
Salisu.
back. He said, bring me James Ward-Prowse. It was mad.
Ward-Prowse has
Fuad was
played for
going
Tottenham.
crazy today.
I could see Ward-Prowse playing for Tottenham, to be fair.
Or
Top-
Liverpool.
Fuck off. Right.
No, but to be
Oh,
fair,
what Browse is a good player, bro.
He's
What
better
Browse?
than
No, I like Ward-Prowse. Don't get me wrong, but fuck
he's
me.
better than Milner.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking Milner. No, with Tottenham, personally, I think Tottenham need to get. I think Tottenham will only improve once Harry Kane leaves. I've always felt that. I think Harry Kane actually slows Tottenham down. I think he stops them improving. Brighton, for me, at the same time, I think I've got the best young striker in England, and I can see Ferguson going to Chelsea.
Is Evan Ferguson that
Yeah,
bad?
this Ferguson guy, don't think he's crap because he plays. This kid's special, man.
Why
Is Evan
Chelsea?
Ferguson that good?
I think he'll go Chelsea as their
Why
striker.
Chelsea though? Why Chelsea?
Because I think Chelsea. I was looking at your transfers when you were talking about transfers earlier.
Yeah.
You look like in January you started to get the younger players. And you started to get the younger players, and I think Todd Boehly, what his plan is, Chelsea, is get a young team in place that can come together for the next few years and slowly build up to success. And I think Ferguson would suit that. I mean, I watched Chelsea against you lot, against my lot, obviously the other day, and Chelsea just missed that person in front who can put the ball in the back of the net. And I think Ferguson, this kid's got to be special. And I think one of the big teams are going to go and get him early. I think one of the big teams are going to go and get him early.
Yeah, but it's the old problem of can he do it at Chelsea though?
I don't
To
know.
be fair, every striker dies at Chelsea. That's
what I'm saying. We need to make.
It's a weird one.
Our next manager needs to be.
What do we
correct,
think
but
of
our next
Tottenham?
striker needs to be
You know
correct.
the rest, bro. Come on, shit. Anyways, I'm just gonna say this: Evan Ferguson, his goal was impressive in that last game. But the reality is that whole Brighton team, every single one of us would want a couple players from that Brighton team. That Brighton team is impressive.
Yeah,
Even
I want
Hamza.
Mitoma. Give me Mitoma.
You would Matoma starts for a majority of teams in the league. That's a fact. Matoma right now on form, he starts for most teams in the league.
McAllister is linked with Liverpool, linked with City.
I think Caicedo because I think Chelsea lacking DM.
Oh, you're right.
Okay,
Moses
guys,
Caicedo.
it's that time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just put myself in the middle, and then I'm gonna play this. Qasim, sorry.
Wait a second, look at this. Are they is that just hug Declan Rice?
Nah,
Who's
wrong
that?
video. Declan Rice. We're gonna sign Declan Rice, guys. But enough about that. Liverpool, Arsenal. I was gonna play the video, and I was gonna ask you guys a question. If Arsenal beat Liverpool on the weekend, is that it? Is the league done? I want to know from
As
you
a
guys.
Chelsea fan,
Is
you've got
that it? Is the league done? Because
If
I
Arsenal
believe
win,
if we beat Liverpool and we
No
go
chance.
12 points clear,
No chance.
it could happen.
12 points clear. We
Southampton,
played before you.
Hamza, you could lose to Southampton, you know? Southampton's your bogey team.
You could lose to Liverpool. You're playing Liverpool away in Anfield. You're talking
It's such a
Chelsea, you've
Liverpool
lost.
thing as well
It ain't
to
happening.
beat Arsenal. It's just such a Liverpool
It
thing
ain't
to
happening.
do.
Look,
Jamie, please just win. Just win.
Arsenal. Look, I've been
Let me
looking at.
play- let me
The only
play
thing I would say
something
is
for you guys.
Arsenal's away games coming up. They have got a hard April. I think they got 3 games where they got to play City,
No easy games,
Chelsea,
bro.
and Newcastle in a row. That's Arsenal's 3 games in April in a row. If
Oh
they
my
can
god! Imagine if it's like comes down to it and we stop to get in the league again.
If they
like
can
we
get
did
through all
Champions
the, I
League
think they're
last
away
year.
to
Let me play
Newcastle.
this when you're done.
I think they're away to Newcastle, home to Chelsea, and away to City.
Yeah, they
If
are. Yeah.
Arsenal win them 3 games, and it's game, set, and match.
They're not
at
winning at Etihad. No chance.
One second. Hamza, let me play this. the league from here on out. Now, if we go and beat Liverpool, can we solidify the league? Or can we basically make it almost impossible for Man City to win the league? Because our remaining games seem a little bit easier. Let's start it there. 9 games remaining. Everyone says take it game by game. But you know me, I'm looking ahead. I'm saying to myself, we win at Anfield. What are we saying, people?
We're going to win this league, you know.
Let's get it!
The manner in which we're dismissing teams is scary, bro. 3 goals, 4 goals.
Arsenal, we are different now.
If we somehow lose against Liverpool, I say probably about 10% chance we'll lose against Liverpool. Or somehow, if we lose against Liverpool, Man City is their title, because if they beat us, they've won the title. If they win all their remaining games, they've won the title. So against Liverpool is a must win. That, like what Fergie said, you win at Anfield in March or April, you win the league.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm nervous. I feel you, man, are getting a bit gassed with this. It's still Liverpool, bro. And like, so many things that need to go for us, in my opinion, for us to still win the game. And listen, we are the better team. 100% we're the better team. But
I can't believe that of everyone
Liverpool
Gunnerly is the one that be level-headed.
That's what I'm thinking as well. That's negative. Oh,
it's quality that you had Liverpool Lee in there. That was quality.
Why, you call him Liverpool Lee?
Yeah, don't you remember when he changed allegiances for a little bit? That was hilarious.
I think
listen. That's crazy.
I love Gunner Lee. Big up Gunner Lee.
But listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna stay out on this one. I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you guys think? Because I'm gonna be talking about this game every day. So I brought Jamie here to talk about it. But before Jamie and I speak, I want to hear from Qasim. I want to hear from Ches. I want to hear from Kendall. Hamza, I already know what Hamza's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Come on, Liverpool, shameless FC."
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I tell your fan base the truth. I tell your fan base, listen, I've seen you lose on Boehly at Everton. Jamie, just speak to Everton fans. They lost to Everton with a relegated side that was fighting relegation with Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche thumped them. Believe me, they're coming to your ground. They don't know what Anfield is. The crowd of Anfield. And you know,
didn't you draw nothing?
The players get intimidated with pressure. PRESSUREE. Your players get intimidated with pressure. I've spelled it for you because you know pressure. Every year when pressure's on, you bottle it. Honeymoon period is done. I'm telling you now. When you go to Liverpool and you lose this game, the worst Liverpool team, in ages. This is the worst time they've had. This is so poor. They're so bad. Everyone thumps them. Arsenal, if you lose to this Liverpool team, they will be blood on Arteta's hands because City are scary. Listen to what I'm saying. I know. Look at him. Look at guys moving. He knows.
Oh, you're looking a bit tense.
Look at me. Look at me in the eye. You're scared.
It's not gonna happen.
Poor guy's nervous. I can tell.
Listen, if you guys know my score prediction, you wouldn't be saying this. Anyways,
Listen,
Qasim, what you say?
Hamza, let me chime in here. I'm gonna be so honest. I love Chelsea and I hate Arsenal. Hate when a guy gets gassed. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal fans getting too giddy. But I'm gonna be honest. God, I'll give you credit, man. If you guys win on Saturday, was it Saturday or Sunday? Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
It's done.
It has to be over because the reason why is I'll tell you why. They haven't won there. I think in was it 5-6 seasons?
Been 4-1, 5-0, 4-0, 3-1.
2012. There we go. So that's over 10 years ago. So if they're all to win there, that shows they've completely changed. They haven't won the league in 10 years. So that shows title contenders kind of mentality.
10 years, 20 years, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah, literally. So it shows a complete change and shift in the Arsenal mentality. So if you guys to win, even I'd be like, you know what, Man City's got a tough task, man. But a draw, isn't actually good for you either. Because a draw, it will give Man City that extra edge to push on and we can actually get it. If we beat them at Etihad,
if we beat them, we're top.
Yeah, so a draw, you actually have to win It's actually a mad game for a neutral. You have to win. Because if you don't, who knows where the bottle could happen. We saw last year.
We're gonna talk about Liverpool in a second. Also.
Yeah. But Liverpool are poor though. Me and Kaz obviously saw them play the other day. They're poor. We should have won that game at least 3-0. Havertz having a stink as usual. So if you go by that game we played the other day, you should beat them. Saka, Martinelli. Who else you can play on the wing? Oh, Trossard might play as well off the bench. So you guys got enough threat to beat them. So if you guys were to lose, I'd be very surprised. But I'm expecting you guys to win, and I'm expecting you guys to win the league. So
Okay, Tendo, you're my favorite. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Did you see? You understand how insufferable rival fans can be, but when you see articles like this, can you say there's an Arsenal agenda, or is it just me? Like is there an Arsenal agenda, or is it me? And also, the reason why I'm smiling, look at Livs. Look at how happy he is.
Where is
Lives?
Lives.
He's so happy.
Smug on the face. What do you say? Smug.
They
What did he
said
write?
this article said that Arsenal are becoming insufferable, and it's back to how they were back in 2004. Basically saying that we won the game in second gear, making fun of how people speak, making fun of the fact that Arsenal fans are having joy. They don't want us to have fun, they don't want us to be happy, and they don't want us to praise our team and say we found the game easy and comfortable. They're saying there's no easy games in the Premier League, and Arsenal fans are becoming insufferable based on the fact that they're winning games this season. And if they dare win the Premier League, God knows what's going to happen.
It's only because they're not used to it. Because, like, obviously, as you said, you haven't won the league for 20 years, and social media wasn't a thing then. So it's like people aren't used to like Arsenal fans, despite the fact that actually, to be fair, you have been a little bit delusional over the last few years. But we'll leave that aside. Yeah, like they're not used to.
You're my favorite,
Arsenal.
Kendall. What happened?
No, but I want you to win the league now, and I think that you as well. But yeah, I just think people aren't used to obviously Arsenal fans being happy about something, because as we've seen, it was all like Arteta in and out like the last few years, and then obviously there was Emery before that, and so it's been like you haven't had something so concrete to look forward to and be happy about, so people aren't used to it, and I'll always back fans to be happy, because like I was not happy about my club for like 10-12 years, so I always back fans to be happy, and I hate the celebration police, because it actually does my head in. Like, I understand rival fans being like, oh look at you, like celebrating like you won the league, like when Liverpool held hands for a 1-1 at West Brom, and like everyone's like, woo, really happy about it, and I get why rival fans go on about it, but I think like celebrate it, be confident. If you know what, if you weren't confident, people would be like, like you're negative, and if you are confident about something, people call you delusional, and like, so you can't win anyway, like with social media, football fans especially. So I just say embrace it, and I do think, I don't think the league's over yet. I don't think it's over till it's over. Very cliche, but I do think that Yous will win it still.
There you go. Jamie, I gotta ask you, this is the lineup they're saying Liverpool are gonna go with. Do you think Nunes doesn't start?
I said that to you earlier, didn't we, when we were talking? Look,
that midfield is absolutely disgusting.
If I see that team, I'm just going to jump out my window and leave my wheel to my kids. I can't be doing it. I wouldn't play that. My team would be 4-2-3-1. My team would be Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robbo. I'd have Thiago and Fabinho in a double pivot. I'd have probably Gakpo in the 10, Jota off the left, Salah off the right, Darwin Núñez through the middle. That is far fucking better than that. And if Klopp don't pick that team can't play. That team won't play. If I see Milner and that is the most Brexit team I've ever seen in my life. That cannot play.
Jamie, what happens to Klopp?
Let me just stop you there. Yeah. I'll turn your attention to Arsenal's team. Gabriel Martinelli, who's in the hottest form of his life, is not going to start. I think one of Jesus or Trossard is going to hit the bench. Jesus or Trossard, one of them. I think Martinelli is going to start.
Yeah. Martinelli caused Liverpool more problems than Saka does. Every time Liverpool and Arsenal play, it's Martinelli who actually causes us more problems over Saka.
Why?
Because of Trent.
And to be fair, Jesus, Hamza will know this, Jesus, when he was playing for City, always played against Liverpool. Always, because he caused us a lot of problems with the way he was able to run in behind and his trickery and stuff. So I think he'll go Martinelli and Jesus, and Trossard's a great little player, though, but Trossard has got a hat-trick at Anfield this season, so he might...
Arteta said something about him potentially starting. You're going to say something?
I'll be shocked if he plays over Martinelli. I'll be happy if he plays over Martinelli.
I was going to say, what's Jamie's stance on that quickly ago? On what happens if Arsenal go there and do what Chelsea couldn't, and actually Does that change your perception on Klopp for you? What's your view on Klopp right now? I don't know.
My perception's changed on Klopp all season. I've had, go back and watch my stuff on my channel. I've been going at Klopp for quite a bit now. I'm not one of these Liverpool fans who think Klopp can't do no wrong. There's as I like to call them, there's a lot of Kloppites out there, and they don't think he can do any wrong. The man's human at the end of the day. Everyone's got flaws in their game. No matter what manager, they've all got flaws, and Klopp has got flaws, and his flaws are loyalty. His flaws is he's too loyal to players that have served him being successful, and he just can't let them go. It's a bit like Wenger with Arsenal in a way, where he was very loyal to them players.
Back in the day, people used to think Arsenal was named after Wenger. People think the cup is named after Klopp.
And if you listen to Wenger and have you ever seen that interview between Wenger and Klopp? Have you ever seen that interview when they were chatting?
No.
Go and find it, man. It's on YouTube somewhere. I think it was from 2 seasons back. Their football philosophy and the way they talk is very, very similar. The way they talk about and think about football and everything like that is very, very similar. And look, Klopp's done a lot of wrong this season. There's no doubt about it. His tactics are frustrating. I watched Liverpool turn up every single week with 4-3-3 with the same system. Nothing gets adapted. And it's just so frustrating because I know he can do better, and that's what frustrating me.
What do you need? What do you need to see for him to get sacked, or you want him gone?
I don't want him sacked. What I want him to do is just do better because I know he can do it. My worry is though, I've always said this. For me, Jurgen Klopp's a one-dimensional manager, and that is not a bad thing, by the way. Mourinho's a one-dimensional manager. There's plenty of one-dimensional managers that have a certain way of playing and need certain players to fit that system. And when it works, the system's great. But then they can't really adapt their system if players start to come out of it and start the, I'll go back to when we lost our defenders when we're defending our title, yeah? We went and put midfielders in centre-back areas instead of playing this like people like Nat Phillips from the start because he didn't want to change his system. So, and it didn't work because we took our best midfielders out and put them centre-backs.
Where is Nat Phillips now?
He's just banging Liam Gallagher's daughter, isn't he? He's having a great time. But he's engaged to her, I think. Yeah. But yeah,
that came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, there's issues with Klopp, but for me, I'm waiting until next season. I'm waiting to see what we do in the summer, the players he wants to get, the rebuild he's going to do, and if that fails next season, I think a lot of Liverpool fans might be just like, hang on, you got the players you wanted, it's still not going quite right. Maybe your time's up. Look, no one lasts forever. No one lasts forever.
Let me ask everyone a quick question, and I just want answers, right? This Arsenal team right now, no long-winded answers either. How many players from this season's Arsenal team get into Liverpool's title-winning side?
Why must we always praise Arsenal? Like every day is praise Arsenal. Every day seeking
because we're actually competing for a title.
Yeah, every day seeking validation. Not. Hello, Jay. How are you? Good evening, Jay.
Jay, welcome to the channel.
Every day praising Arsenal.
Jay, welcome. Hope you're doing well.
One. I'd say one gets in Liverpool's title-winning team.
This is amazing. It's almost Hamza as a rival to these two teams. Which fan base do you think is the most annoying with regards to Arsenal, or do you think it's Liverpool? Because that Liverpool are always saying their players are better than yours, but they only have one league versus your four.
That's what's better than Klopp.
Talking about Arsenal isolate all this time, and he's acting like they've never been here before. Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to know from your point of view, who do you think is the most annoying?
Jay, you're a rat. You come into the stream. This is the first thing you've done.
I know that one. I can explain.
Hamza, you're a rat too.
I know. I've tolerated Liverpool fans, and thing is, it was hard to tolerate them, but Arsenal fans are intolerable in terms of like it's like a club, yeah, that's never challenged you, but now they're facing you to believe they're it. You can fight me, and you're wondering, I don't even know you. I don't want to fight you. You're nobody. You know, and the thing is, yeah, that's why I look at Arsenal, and they keep talking as if they belong in City, and we feel threatened, and we're like, no, you haven't even done anything so far. We laugh at your all competition. You got knocked out the FA Cup. You got knocked out the Carling Cup. You got knocked out the Europa League. Now one is left. Now you're talking as if, bloody hell, you've conquered the world. You're only 8 points clear.
That is true, though.
Current champions, back to back. So I think Arsenal, I have to say, Arsenal fans are the most annoying to me.
The answer is neither. It's Man United fans. So
yeah, that's the win.
You see, guys, Jay has come in and he's shown his true Tottenham colors already. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tottenham. This is what they do. Their only trophy or their only success for the remainder of the season is if Arsenal don't win the league and if they get top 4. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. Your success and my misery and your success are intertwined. That's the way it is. So,
and you want to know something? You wouldn't be having as bad as a season if we were 5th and you were 4th.
I think fans would complain about the football and they'd be upset and yada yada. But maybe you better go win the league, baby. Like you know what you need to do. You've been talking spicy all year. You bring it home now, Igal.
Listen, this is what I don't get. Today, I tweeted something and I thought, you know what? This is just a normal tweet. I didn't think anything of it until I walked away from my phone, came back 2 hours later and seen like 2,000 likes on it. I was like, you know what? Maybe this is not normal. Maybe this is not a normal thing that people do. The tweet goes like this. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys just to show how idiotic some of the takes have been that I have to deal with. Kendall, I don't know if you've seen it.
it was about the Liverpool fan at work.
Yeah, my coworker, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a Liverpool fan. He told me today that Arsenal are not going to win the Premier League because Manchester City are too good. But then followed up by saying Arsenal don't win the league. It's also considered a massive bottle job because Manchester City this season hasn't been good.
He's right. He's right in the last game.
Was he Irish?
You know what? I kind of get where he's cooking with this. Like I kind of understand what he's kind of saying. He's basically saying that like City haven't really been that good.
We're not that good.
Yeah, but because as an institution, as a football club, they're better than you. They're gonna reel you back in. So I understand what he's trying to say. He said it terribly, but
he contradicted himself.
He
did.
The plot twist is that the colleague was Jay.
No, what he's trying to say the top one is, and I told Arsenal fans, we've got something called champions mentality heritage. You know when you've got mentality to go to the last game, and you're gonna go to the last game.
He wants to say more about this champions mentality.
He wants to say champions heritage, but he can't.
No,
you can't beat that. That's what we've got.
Yo, you know what? Okay, I get it coming from Man United fans. I get it coming from certain fans. The fan base that's been the loudest is Chelsea fans, Jez. And Qasim, you've seen it. These guys are the same people who went to Arsenal Stadium to celebrate their Champions League win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that.
Shout out Prime, shout out Gem. They went to the Emirates Stadium to celebrate their Champions League win. And they're saying that Arsenal will be unbearable if we win the league. Do you guys realize who you guys are?
Was we actually that bad though? We won the Champions League. Was we actually that bad?
Bro, you guys were horrific. Guys were doing 4-day streams.
No, I remember that.
Which Champions League? Under Tuchel?
Yeah, the second one. I remember that.
No, we weren't great. No, we weren't great in the league, but I think when the Champions League we were good, bro. We were good.
Bro, I had to pay myself blue. I had people freaking putting in £50 super chats just to make me sing. Them times Chelsea fans were throwing around everything. They're going crazy. I swear to God, I seen one Chelsea fan say that this Chelsea team that won the recent Chelsea team that won the Champions League, obviously they're like, oh, this Chelsea team didn't deserve to win the Champions League, or this is that. You guys, you know what you guys did to them? You guys got the account deactivated. Somebody searched the guy's IP address and got the account deactivated.
Oh Lord.
That's how deep you guys took things.
Have
Everyone
you,
criticized
have
you guys.
you already discussed Chelsea? Because I missed. Like, I just
Yeah,
want to.
we spoke
Okay,
about
so
Chelsea,
yeah,
but we
so
didn't speak about top four.
Okay,
We're gonna
that's
get on to top four.
that's all good. That's all good. So what, are we done the score predictions?
No, we're gonna do score predictions now. You want to start it?
Liverpool are beating you this weekend, you know. And do you want to know why Liverpool are beating you this weekend, Gal?
Why?
Because their Premier League legacy depends on them beating
Woo!
you.
Jamie, you agree with that?
It does. There's no way Klopp cannot allow Arteta to win the same amount of Premier League titles as him. There's not a chance.
That's the thing.
I'm not bothered by that.
There's no way. Do you think?
I don't think
there's a manager in Ranieri who's got one league title the same as Klopp.
Yeah,
as well.
I don't think.
No one ever mentions it. No one ever mentions it.
Ranieri won his title. Was Klopp even in the league? Maybe he'd been in the league for a few months.
Yeah, he was in the league.
He didn't start that season. So,
yeah, but Jay, he did. Club did start great. Didn't he?
Arsenal, man.
He didn't start great.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say here is that, like, Liverpool fans, I genuinely believe, would much prefer City to win the league this season than Arsenal. Much prefer City to win the league than Arsenal. maybe I'm wrong. As a Liverpool fan, you can maybe help me or prove or disprove my theory.
I don't think Liverpool fans see it the same way because like Klopp took them from like mid-table mediocrity to like challenging.
Oh, where did Arteta take Arsenal from?
Yeah, but
Liverpool fans definitely see it the same way.
They don't. I don't think they do.
They don't.
You speak for yourself, but I don't think you guys see it the same way.
There's no, in my personal opinion, there's no way Liverpool fans want Arsenal to win this league. Not one iota.
Because they will use it against them. They will use it.
Yeah,
they will use it on
Arteta.
They'll say Arteta and Klopp.
No,
I agree with that.
Let me have my say. I'd rather Arsenal win the league than Man City.
Yeah.
Jamie.
The reason,
Jamie, don't let yourself down.
Because Man City being more successful season on beyond season is eventually going to hurt Liverpool and Manchester United.
100%.
So,
but Jamie,
Arsenal are a successful side already. They're the third biggest team in the country. So
they haven't won in 19 years, Jamie. The problem
I think everyone will see it differently. I mean, the Chelsea lads, me and the guy next to me, and Jay, because obviously Chelsea, London, Arsenal, and Tottenham, there's the rivalry there. But Jamie's like Liverpool, Man United, Man City. So he's going to see it differently, isn't it? So everyone is different.
It's where we've all been playing at, I suppose, the last few years in a way, I suppose. You know, it's been Liverpool and City for quite some time, for the last few years, like going at it, and with Man United on the odd season. So I suppose it's that. But I respect Arsenal. I respect City and Arsenal, but you know, I got no real hate for Arsenal.
Jamie,
I don't hate Man City, but me and Man City have been so
social media enough, Jamie. You need to use social media more. Use social media for
I'm 41, man. I'm 41.
Have you seen this, Jamie? This is a Liverpool fan. This is a Liverpool fan talking about
Arsenal's under fucking Arteta and managed to win it. I think it will diminish Liverpool's achievements.
I haven't seen this.
How will it diminish Liverpool's achievements? Slow.
He said
won the
because
Champions League.
I know.
Arsenal have one league title, and you guys have one league title, basically.
But so's
I honestly think it has no real bearing on Liverpool's achievements at all.
I think there's too many. And by the way, these people drive me fucking mad. But but look, this whole it'll diminish. Do you know why some Liverpool fans are saying that and they're worried about it? Because it'll diminish. Because a lot of these Liverpool fans are so stuck up for Jurgen Klopp for the last few years and so up his arse and believe he's the greatest thing since Jesus Christ himself that they don't want anyone like an Arteta to. Everyone knows I'm right. They don't want anyone like an Arteta to equal what Klopp done. But I always say, why do we always forget about Ranieri who's got a league title with Leicester? It's the same as Klopp. But Klopp's legacy won't be torn by it. He's still got a Champions League to go with it. We've had great seasons under Jurgen Klopp. There's no doubt. I mean, no, it's just so everyone who wins a league title can't because in case it diminishes Jurgen Klopp. Is that what we're saying? So Eddie Howe next season cannot win the Premier League.
I think the
because
takeaway from this is that everyone just wants Newcastle to win the league.
No,
My takeaway.
Listen, nobody, Kendall, nobody wants Newcastle to win the league. You're getting nicey because you're far away from first.
No,
as soon as
speak
you
for
start getting
yourself.
close to
I don't
first,
mind
It's
Newcastle.
not. I'm a very real person. Like no matter like where it like.
Guys, we're gonna talk about Newcastle right now. Before we do that, everyone start throwing your score predictions. I'm just gonna say this. Hamza, you there? I want Hamza to hear this. No, he's not there. You guys go. Jamie, what's your score prediction?
3-2.
Kendall?
3-1 Arsenal.
Awesome.
3-0 Liverpool.
Jess?
I love Kassem.
3-1 Arsenal.
Okay. Jay?
3-1 Liverpool.
I'm going 3-0. Arsenal.
I just can't see. Yes, I know it's Liverpool, but I just cannot see the way Arsenal have been literally demolishing teams. Like literally, you've been clearing them 3-0, 4-0, like just massively. I just can't see.
Nah, but hold on, but
Liverpool beating them like by a big margin. I just can't.
Yeah, but Liverpool at home this season have been good.
Best defense.
But yeah, they've been good this season. No one's going to Liverpool away and turning them over. Secondly,
Except for Leeds and Real Madrid.
And Real Madrid.
Well, it's Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's Real Madrid. Are you Real Madrid? Are you Real Madrid, Igal?
They've been better than Real Madrid this season.
Go on, Igal. Yeah, listen, Arsenal can
No
play.
debate.
Arsenal have been good this season, though.
Arsenal have been very. Listen,
Arsenal have been one of the best teams in Europe this season.
Arsenal have been one of the very best teams in the. No, they haven't.
Let's not say Europe. You couldn't beat Sporting.
Arsenal have been one of the best teams. In the
Name 5 teams better than Arsenal this season.
You played in the Europa League and got knocked out in the last.
Sporting Lisbon aren't better than us. They got a fluke goal and it went to penalties.
You're one of the best teams in Europe.
We're one of the best teams in Europe. Go check it. Go check the numbers.
No, you're one of the best teams in the Premier League, and
we are one of the best teams in Europe. Premier League is in Europe.
No, but Agal is different. You can't. Basically, there's something called European pedigree. You can't say because you're the best team in one league that you're the best team in Europe without proving it.
Yeah.
You got.
Is Napoli not one of the best teams? One second. Is Napoli not one of the best teams in Europe?
Yes, because they're playing in the Champions League. And
is Barcelona not one of the best teams in Europe?
Are Napoli in the Champions League? Are they in the Champions League?
Is Barcelona one of the best teams in Europe?
No.
No.
What?
So who is?
What
you're gonna say Chelsea?
Let me just.
No, but Jay, let me talk here. I'm a Chelsea fan. I can chat. I know what you're
Bro, listen, bro, we made a Champions League final and Arsenal haven't even played in the Champions League since then.
You don't know about winning Champions League.
I'm not trying to say anything.
Don't interrupt
bro,
me.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It's a simple comparison. It's a simple comparison of what constitutes a best team in Europe. Arsenal have played in the Europa League this season and got knocked out. Barcelona got knocked out by Man United.
Are you telling me to calm down? Is that
Barcelona got knocked out by Man United
Yeah, that's what he's saying to me.
That's why I'm not calling Barcelona one of the best.
Calm down. Yeah.
Jay, we agree with each other. Jay, we agree with each other.
Listen, guys, we're gonna move on, guys. We've dragged it too long.
It's not the same thing.
We're dragging it too long. All I have to say is we're dragging it way too long. All I gotta say is you guys keep telling me to calm down, but the reality is we keep winning. We are one of the best teams based on points in Europe. In the Europe top 5 leagues, we have one of the highest point totals.
Because the thing is you played in Europe this season, yeah, and you got knocked out by Sporting Lisbon. You are arguably the best team in the Premier League this season. I will not argue that.
And how are you?
You cannot just pick that up and drop it into Europe when you actually played in Europe and lost.
Okay, you know what? Semantics. Let's keep it moving. Top 4. Who's getting top 4, guys? Before we move on, this is the final topic of the day. Who's getting top 4?
Newcastle and Man United.
I think it's a lot more controlled when we only have 3 topics and we just throw the games in there. But today's a good show. Big up to everyone in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. We got 80 of you guys right now. We only got 15 likes. What's going on? 15. What's going on, people? Barcelona didn't take Europe serious. That's true. The type of dumb logic. You know what, Jacob? It's okay. Let them be.
Oh man, like let's
not go over it again, please.
We're not top 4. Like we'll see. Like Spurs. If Brighton, it's all on. Our season is on this Brighton game. We have to beat Brighton. So, if we lose to Brighton, I'd say we're out of the top 4 race. Personally,
really, that's that easy.
I think Brighton.
Yeah, because Brighton are on the march.
Mhm,
Like
Brighton,
Brighton are on the march. Like Brighton for me are the form team in the Premier League, and I know they're not technically the form team, but when you look at XG and how they play, and their actual every game, they're kind of like a mini version of Arsenal. They're outplaying the opposition every game. They're the better side. So their team is fit. That they've got Ferguson up front. They've got Mitoma, Solly March in the form of his life, Caicedo, McAllister. They're a good team. Like I'm not confident. Like it's only my unrelenting positivity with Spurs that has me predicting a win. Every other bit of evidence tells me that Brighton are going to come to our stadium and turn us over tomorrow. That's what it tells me. But I got to remain optimistic. But there's no, I don't know. Like I can see Ferguson dunking on Dyer's head tomorrow. March versus Harrison. Newcastle have hit form on form. It's that fucking penalty they got the other week in the last minute that's giving them a kick up the arse. Like so, Newcastle have hit form at a terrible time.
They've been on form for a while now.
No, they lost it. They lost their mojo for a hot second, and they've got it back.
I can't believe we're not in that top 6. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, but I do think if we beat Brighton though, we probably maybe give them too much to do to make top 4 potentially.
I think Man United finishing 4th would be the worst 4th place team in the Premier League history in the Champions League qualified. Because this United
I think that's harsh.
Why are you saying that, Jimmy? Why are you saying that?
This United team ain't as good as it's made out to be. I believe they're only 4 points better off this season than they were under Ragnick last season. And everyone said that United team was dead last year, and they're only 4 points better off. So their away form is terrible. They've not beaten anyone in the top 6 away from home, I believe, or something like that, wasn't it?
What?
So, yeah, I don't think they've beaten anyone away in the top 6, the original top 6 away from home this season.
I'm sure it's actually more than the top 6. I'm sure it's like something stupid like the top 9. Or
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It's terrible. They're not that great. They're not actually that great. It's just, I think looking at that right now, Spurs on 50, Brighton are quite a bit back. They have got 2 games in hand low, but I still think that's quite a, I don't know. I think Spurs are going Nick 4th, you know.
This is how we're going to do it. I need everyone to give their top 4. Hamza, you're back. What are you saying? Give your top 4.
Listen, Newcastle get there. Definitely, I'm happy for them. Well done, Kendo. You deserve that. But make sure make sure you invest. Make sure you get rid of Eddie Howe and you invest. You have to do the next step.
Rid of Eddie Howe? How's it no?
Kendo, I want you to get there. I want you to become bigger. You know when that baby's a little baby, and you want that baby
from here on out. Now
that's what I want you to do quickly to get a big manager, Luis Enrique, and get top players now. No more Conor Gallagher and all that. Then the next one.
Agreed. No more Scott McTominay. Agreed.
Arsenal will be there. Arsenal will be 2nd. Newcastle 3rd. Man City 1st. Just. And I think the 4th position. I want Tottenham so bad.
I know,
but Jay, you let me down, man.
We're struggling a little bit at the moment, bro. We're struggling.
So United, I don't know. I hate United there. They're going to have to make top 4. I hate them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Hamza, you've gone. So I'm going to go mine quickly. I'm just going to look at the thing quickly. Looking at it, obviously, Arsenal, Man City, that stays the same. 3rd, I'm going to go Newcastle. I think the Newcastle. And is Brighton have a chance? I don't really think so, but they do have 2 games in hand that will push them straight. That will push them straight to top 4 race if they can win those 2 games. But the remainder, Manchester United.
One of the games is actually against us.
Yeah. Manchester United just squeeze in.
Yeah, Brighton.
I think Manchester United just squeeze in. I think Tottenham come 5th, and I think Jay, if you guys get 5th, it's actually the best thing that can happen to you guys because Levy might actually fix up.
Well, we've just appointed a new chief football officer today, which is quite. It's called Scott Munn from Hamza. You might have seen him. He's from the City Group. So basically, he's the guy that set up the City Group in Australia and China. So basically, same formula, hopefully, as they used for Man City. And he's just come in as the new chief football officer. Paratici.
What's his name?
Scott Munn.
Never heard of him.
Wow. I didn't know he had to report into you, Gal. But the point is that that's a big move. A lot of fans have been complaining about, because you look at Newcastle and you see their structure. They've got a nice structure. Newcastle have a nice fucking structure. Chelsea's structure fucking sucks. Yeah, but Newcastle's structure is nice, and you want.
Don't tell Ches; he'll get mad.
Oh, Chelsea! Listen. All I know, and I know you've already gone through all of this, but if Daniel Levy came into Tottenham, spent 600 million, sacked 3 managers, and went from 3rd to 11th, they would be outside his house. Yeah, they'd be outside his house with pitchforks and flames. And Boehly is getting such a pass. I cannot comprehend why he's getting this pass.
Yeah, but Daniel Levy's been there years and years, and
Daniel Levy has never shown the level of incompetence.
You got anything to say to this, or you're tired of this conversation?
No, girl, we spoke about this enough today.
Okay. I personally don't know what Daniel Levy's done that wrong at Spurs.
Mate, trust me, it's
what?
Easy. If it makes
Spurs,
bro, that's what I'm trying to say. Do you know who Spurs are? Like, as in, like, who have the Spurs been in your lifetime for people to be saying like Levy's doing a shit job? And I also think that people don't understand.
Wait, you're Levy in?
Listen, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just saying suboptimally doesn't mean shit. There's a difference between suboptimal and shit. Yeah, Mike Ashley was shit. Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Stop everything. I never knew you were. Can you say on record you don't think Levy's the problem?
I'm not gonna say I'm Levy in, because I don't want my DMs to actually go through the fucking roof. Yeah. What I'm saying is I've always been neutral, and I've always seen that. Like, if Spurs' players had got over the line, Daniel Levy's legacy would be so different. Yeah, people are judging Daniel Levy's legacy on Spurs finishing 2nd, or Spurs losing the Champions League final, or Spurs bottling an FA Cup semi-final. Yeah, that's all they beat Daniel Levy with a stick with, and I get it. But if they win those individual games, those one-off games, his whole legacy is completely different. So, yeah,
got a question.
Yeah, go on.
Gal asked me similar question earlier. Was it more Graham Potter's fault or Boehly's fault? Do you not believe that it was more Pochettino's class and managerial prowess that got you to those positions, rather than Levy giving him the backing? Because in my opinion, I think it's more Poch being an excellent manager for you guys than, because I swear Levy didn't back him in 2 windows.
No. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Yeah, on the flip side, yeah, if Conte or Klopp were in charge of Spurs, say 16-17, 17-18, would Spurs have a league title?
I think Klopp under Levy works.
I think they would have something.
Say that again.
I think Klopp under Levy works, because you've got to look at Levy and FSG are quite similar, right? Levy and FSG are quite similar, and Klopp has worked at. I think you look at that Spurs team. That really should have won the league when Leicester won it. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That should have been the Spurs team. I think listen, the league with that team.
So Jay, that's my point. James, what James is trying to make is literally my point. It's like,
yeah, but what I'm also trying to say is in 16-17, Spurs lost that game to Juventus, and you guys remember the Chiellini quote afterwards. Yeah, in that 16-17 season, Spurs beat Real Madrid in the group stages. The Real Madrid that went on to go and win that Champions League, and Juventus were the team that they played in the final. Yeah, Spurs never should have lost that tie to Juventus. We were the better side over both legs, but we still lost it. There's so many moments.
You want to know why? It's Tottenham, lads.
History of the Tottenham.
It's the history of the Tottenham. Always so close, but yet so far.
I mean, that's a bit cheeky from you, Kendall, because I swear you guys have gone longer without winning a trophy.
We've not won anything from friggin' 60-odd years, man.
Listen, fair enough. Guys, Road Paul.
I'm keeping my eye on you, Newcastle fans.
Paul, top 4. Jamie, what are you saying? Do Chelsea and Liverpool have a chance?
No. if Liverpool win on Sunday, and then after that we've got Leeds, Nottingham Forest, away to West Ham, and then home to Tottenham. So if we do win Sunday, it will give us a massive boost. But I just can't. We're not that Liverpool right now. So Liverpool, City, and Arsenal got all sewn up. Newcastle, I hope they get top 4, and I think as much as I just slagged off United, they're United, and it's gap between them and Spurs. I think them and Spurs. I think Spurs.
You don't give it to Newcastle. That's not fair. Kendo, the most unlikable team now. Such an unlikable team.
As Eddie Howe said, we're not here to be nice to people. We're here to win. We're here to compete. So thanks. Do you know that just shows me now that everyone's actually a bit worried because no one cares about us. We're irrelevant. We're still very irrelevant. We don't have rivalries with anyone really.
That's a Man United fan, by the way.
You're making enemies, Kendall. Don't worry about that.
I think.
We will now.
Z, are you a Man United fan? Let us know.
Yeah, top 4. I would love it to be Newcastle and Brighton. But I think it'll be Newcastle and Man United.
Okay. Qasim, you haven't spoken in a while. What are you saying?
I'm just waiting. I just want to ask Campbell, in the beginning of the season, did you predict Newcastle to finish top 4? Be honest.
No, I predicted us to finish 8th.
Okay.
I still, to be honest, I'm still very don't know if we'll get top 4, but I'll be very happy with any sort of European football. I'll be disappointed now because we've been pretty much top 4 or 5 for the whole season. I'll be disappointed if we don't get Champions League now, but I won't be disappointed to the point it's ruined my season or anything. I'll be happy with Conference League, to be honest.
To be honest, I spoke to a lot of Newcastle fan. Nobody expects Newcastle actually to finish top 4. It's only me, and I'm not even Newcastle fan. No, bro, listen, I think I'm gonna leave top 2 because listen, bro, my prediction about top 2. I think Arsenal, the City, Arsenal, they're gonna finish this top 2, and I think Newcastle and Man United. I think Newcastle, Man United. Man United just got enough. I think they're not being great. I agree with Jimmy. They're not being great, especially away from home. But I think when you look at Tottenham, bro, picture Tottenham not playing well. I think Conte as well gone. Conte's gone for after the top 4. So I think I'm giving it to United.
Fair enough. And guys, we don't have enough time to talk about relegation. We'll have to do that another time. But big up to Jamie for jumping on. Big up for Jay for jumping on. And somehow we were able to have a Tottenham segment. Well, we spoke to big up to Kendall.
Make us relevant by force, Seagal.
There you go. Big up Kendall for coming on. Big up Jez for coming on last minute. Next time we have an actual big Todd Boehly debate again. We're gonna bring you on again, hopefully. Hamza, big up Hamza. Hopefully you're still around. I can't hear anything. I can't see nothing. But yeah, it is what it is. And then Qasim, the guy who called Newcastle gonna make top 4. If they make top 4, I hope somebody pays up their bet. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna.
What did you speak to Terry about it?
No.
Terry knows about it, bro.
That's why
I told him.
And hopefully Chelsea get what's his name, Brendan Rodgers, so you can be happy. But yeah, we're gonna.
Say that again.
Say that again. Let me hear. Sorry, what's your name, my guy?
Don't say it again.
I said I hope Brendan Rodgers comes to Chelsea.
What's your name, my guy? Chelsea now.
Ches.
Yeah. So do you want a Brendan Rodgers? No.
Are you mad?
Okay. Are you happy with Frank Lampard though?
Am I happy with Frank Lampard? No. Are you mad? I want Poch or Enrique.
What Poch?
I won't mind Poch in it. I'm not gonna lie.
Poch is the loser, bro.
I think.
What did Poch? Wait. What did Poch achieve more than Brendan Rodgers though?
Wait, you being serious about Brendan Rodgers? You being serious about that question?
What did Poch achieve more than Brendan Rodgers?
Wait. Hey guys, you being serious about?
Yeah, he's being serious.
Let's end this call. Let's end the stream. What was you saying, guys?
I think Brendan Rodgers is going to Spurs personally.
Yeah, Kendall's shocked. What's happening? Why does Qasim always get into argument with Chelsea fans?
Why do you call
because bro, I'm not going there, bro. All right, in the stream.
Now, go on them
Yo, people, you have a
good
one.
Go where?
Appreciate.
CFC Fan TV with German, then man. We'll do that another day. Don't worry. I'll tell you after.
Oh, they'll do it amongst themselves. That's what
I wouldn't even have Brendan Rodgers.
I have.
His wife don't even want him. You know that.
You know, Camden, in the beginning of the season, I said I would take Brendan Rodgers. I rate 80 Howe, And look at what Eddie, and a lot of Chelsea fans, do you know what they say? Oh, Eddie Howe will never finish top 4. And I said, just wait and see. Newcastle finish top 4, and that's what's going to happen.
Chelsea should get Xavi Alonso as their manager. There you go.
Yo, people, Xavi Alonso, what a shout. What a shout.
No,
Big up everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. We'll be back tomorrow with Hussam and Tom Little and obviously my guy One Touch. It's going to be a crazy show. Big up to Kendall. Big up to everyone who's jumped on. Really do appreciate all the people who came on. Have yourselves a wonderful day. It's almost midnight.